everybody, I am the Lazy Kiwi and welcome to another building video. Today's video was a lot of fun for me to build because we are building a diner in Strangerville. Now, I was kind of inspired by the classic American styled diner, so I hope you all know what I'm kind of talking about. You know, the one you see in all of the movies. Whenever somebody mentions a diner, it's usually this type of diner. We don't have diners like this where I live, as far as I know, so I think this is a really common American thing. But yeah, like I said, we don't have this here. I kind of wish we did because it looks like a vibe. It looks really cute most of the time. So this one, however, is not going to be so cute. On the outside, it's going to be really cute, but this place has a little bit of a secret, and that secret is what you see on the screen right now. There's gonna be a creepy basement, and it's mainly because it's spooky season. It's time for the creeps and the freaks to shine, so that is kind of what this is gonna be. It's gonna be a diner that's gonna be really normal on the outside, but you don't know the dark secret that this place has. I love building things like this, that it's kind of inconspicuous and you don't really think that there's much going on, but in reality it's kind of really creepy. So I'm not gonna talk much about the basement until we get to it because I don't really want to spoil much about it. But yeah, like I said, this is a Americanized diner. I hope I'm kind of like building it correctly because I've never seen something like this in real life. So I hope it's more or less accurate enough to how it would be in real life. I did also want to make it really kind of messy and broken down and really old and shabby looking because this is in Strangerville, and the kind of style that I'm going for in my save file for Strangerville is really old, crapid buildings that are all kind of creepy with their own special twists. Like, I've made something in Strangerville before that was like this bar slash cafe, and it was special in its own way as well. But this that I'm doing right now, this paving thing, I do delete it later on, you guys will see that, but I did that because if you look at the front of the lot, it's kind of like there's this little area where the tile does not meet the sideway, and I am so frustrated with that. I don't understand it. I don't know why it's like that. Like, why could they not just move the lot a few inches forward? Like, it would have been absolutely perfect had they only moved it forward that little smidgen. It would have been just the best. I think you can see it a lot clearer now. So I added that kind of sidewalk thing there so that it connects up a little bit better. But then this driveway part doesn't connect at all. So I do delete it later on because it just looked weird. It looks weird with the gap there as well, but there's just nothing I can do about that, so I'm just gonna try my hardest to ignore it. But yeah, I just do not understand why they could not just move the lot, just that little bit, that tiny little bit. But yeah, so like I said, I wanted this place to be really kind of junky, so there's gonna be a lot of trash, a lot of papers. The building is gonna have a ton of cracks and it's gonna be bruised to say it in a cute little way. But yeah, I do really like that. I love making buildings with character like that. It does take me a lot longer, so this build alone, it's so small, it's not a big build at all, but it took me nearly 5 hours to build it. It was like probably 4 hours and a half or something, because this that I'm doing right now, these cracks and these kind of like little gibbets of just details on the building, it takes a lot of time, but I love doing it. I love building these buildings that are so old and broken down, And I don't know, I feel like it's just so much more fun to add those details. But as you see here, this is where I deleted the sidewalk stuff and made the driveway just a little bit bigger because like I said, it was fine when I did it. I was happy with it, and then the more I looked at it, the more it irritated me. And over here in the back we have kind of this garden space where we can plant some stuff and recycle some stuff. I don't really know why I added this here. It's a diner, there's not really gonna be much planting going on, but I think it's a cute detail. I didn't just want the back to be all parking lot and nothing else, so instead I added this cute little backyard area. Because a diner, of course, does need a backyard, obviously, like why wouldn't it? But yeah, I do think it's a lot of fun, and the inside it's my favorite part. The inside is probably the best thing about this, so I cannot wait until we get to that. But I did want to add a bit of foliage to the outside, because on all of the inspo photos that I saw when I looked at diners, all of them, or at least majority of them, had these big concrete parking lots in front of them. Well, not exactly parking lots, but parking space. So that's of course what I wanted to do. But if you know me, I love foliage, I love plants, and I love decorating with them. So of course I needed to add some plants somewhere. I wasn't just not gonna add any because of, concrete. So I made a plan and I put the little planters there. But these are the bathrooms on the inside. It's real shabby. It's honestly kind of dookie. Not gonna lie, it's very bad. But that was the point. The point was to make it horrendous. Somewhere where you'd stand and pee if you're a woman. That's the kind of bathroom I was going for. In fact, this is the type of bathroom that I would walk in and immediately turn around walking out. I'll hold it. I will hold it in if I have to. Like, there is no way that I am putting my butt onto a toilet like that. There is just no way. So that was the vibe that I was going for, and I think I achieved it perfectly well. I love how it turned out. It's really crappy, very, very bad, and it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. Honestly, the whole place is like that. The whole place is really bad. But in a good way, because that is definitely what I was going for. It's not a place where I would personally eat, so that does say a lot about this, because I love food. But yeah, no, this place, as cute as it is, I do not think I would eat here, especially with the basement. You guys will see what I mean once we get to that, because with a basement like that, granted, the public would not know about it. That makes it worse. That honestly makes it so much worse. But I think if people knew, they definitely would never set their foot in this place again. Never again. But I do think we're almost to the main part of the indoor area. This is the kitchen, which again, very gross looking. Definitely wouldn't want to eat anything that was made in there. But the main part has this classic black and white tile that I've seen in the majority of the photos of different types of diners. So I definitely wanted this, as well as the classic big bar area. Not exactly a bar, but yeah, those chairs, I don't know what type of chairs they're called, like the couch chairs that the diners usually have. They are so big. I drastically underestimated the size of these chairs. I had to move that bar so close to that wall. It's actually kind of insane, the size of these. And I wanted to add like this style that I'm doing now, like the back to back everywhere, but it just was not going to fit in, so I had to kind of just add it in that little area and improvise on the other areas. I don't think this is functional. I do not think that these couches, chair stuff that are so like close together, literally touching each other, I don't think it's functional, because in the game your Sims actually need space next to it to be able to sit on it. It's really weird. I don't know why it's like that, but I definitely don't like that it's like that, because in real life you just scoot your butt in, or you just move past the table and go sit on it. So I don't know how many people are actually going to be able to sit and eat at these tables, but I know at least some of them are going to be functional, so that's all that matters. But I just love how it looks. I think I definitely pulled off the classic diner look. Let me know what you guys think though, because obviously I've never seen one of these in real life. I literally just Pinterest, went onto Pinterest, added diner exterior and interior, and I just looked at the stuff and created this masterpiece. It's an absolute, it's glorious, wonderful. But yeah, I did want to make this indoor area shabby as well, so I added some cracks, I added some dust, some dirt, some webs, a lot of junk like that, and it's perfect. It's definitely what I wanted, and again, definitely not somewhere I would like to eat. That's the goal though, that's definitely what I was going for, because it is the spooky season and it is Strangerville, so I couldn't just make a normal area. But this here, this is the basement, which does mean I can talk about it now. So my idea for this place was to have a really normal Strangerville diner at the upstairs, but then downstairs, since it's Strangerville, you know, people are kind of kooky over here. It's kind of weird. So the owners of this diner kind of are conspiracy theorists, and they definitely believe in aliens. So they have an experimentation lab downstairs and a jail. An alien jail. So this is where they put aliens to do experiments on, which is very unethical, but very realistic. No offense to America. I know most of my viewers are from America. Looking at the stats, at least I think 60% of you are from America, so no offense to America, but the whole alien conspiracy theory thing, and I definitely think you guys would do experiments on aliens if you get your hands on them, so this diner is definitely in that type of style. The downstairs is an alien jail and experimentation station. That's cute, I like experimentation station. But yeah, I added a bunch of stuff for the aliens to keep themselves busy, kind of stuff for the people to, what do you call it? Observe the aliens and see how they act and stuff. And obviously in game they're more or less like normal Sims, but this area right next to these cells are where the experiments are happening. So there's gonna be a bunch of like alien experiments, like, you know, the little aliens that you get in kind of the containers. You'll see them in a minute, but there's a lot of those around. There's some computers here. I think in game there's definitely gonna need to be some locked doors, because coming in here and seeing all of this is definitely not for every Sim's eyes. Absolutely not. So yeah, I would definitely lock the doors to this area so that not every Sim will be able to put their feet in here. But these are the little aliens in the jars or the containers that I was talking about. This is the experiments on the little aliens, and then the cells are for the human-sized aliens. I just think it's so creepy to have something like this, especially in a place like a diner. That's not where you would expect something like this, so I think that makes it so much better. But I just love how this turned out, and we are going to go into a real-time part right after this so that I can show you guys everything in a more detail, because I had to cut a lot of this out. So let us go ahead and jump to that. Welcome to the Strangerville diner. This is it in all of its glory. I really do love how this turned out. I think it's so fun. So the outside is a real mess. I'm gonna give you guys like a 360 all around the area. So on this side we kind of have just a bunch of junk. At the front here we have 2 ways to enter, as well as some parked cars over here. I did end up adding some stopper things over here so that they don't just drive into the building if they really wanted to. And we have another little driveway down here, past some security cameras, some more junk, a lot of bins actually, not just some of them, and some more parking over here, which this one is unavailable for some reason. But yeah, I do love how this turned out. We also have the tiny garden space over here, and yeah, the roof is very simple, not much going on up here, but I just love the outside of this building. I really think it turned out so nice, especially in Strangerville. I mean, Obviously, there used to be a house over here, but I really wanted to make a diner, and I wasn't gonna put this over there because that just is not gonna look as cute. But coming inside, if you enter the diner, you have this little like notice board where you can find all of the latest news and the specials, aka a pie, and then you are greeted with the beautiful interior of the diner. So this is personally one of my favorite views of the diner. Like this way, if you look at the view of the streets and stuff, I just love how that looks. There's a ton of seating and the bar area over here. I don't actually know if when you're in the restaurant, if your Sims can sit and eat over here, because that would definitely be nice. We then also have some bathrooms over here, which I showed. Not really much going on over here to show off. And in the kitchen, there's also loads of details. I really love how this turned out. I'm obsessed with just kind of cluttering it up, but also at the same time not cluttering it up at all, if you know what I mean. And in here we just have some fridges and some staff only notices and stuff. I think that's really cute. But yeah, this is basically the interior, except of course if you go down this ladder over here. So this is going to be the laboratory, as they say. This is where the experiments are held. We have a bunch of clutter objects over here, some paintings and stuff, and this is where the experiments happen. This is kind of the, you know, the danger zone for aliens, and these are the cells. I kind of wanted to make it look like they would be able to play chess together, only that there's a wall in the middle of them. They do also have a tiny little window, so if they really wanted to, they could stand here and maybe have a look at each other, because the only other time they're gonna see each other is if one of them's in here and one of them is out here, which is a gruesome thought to think about, so I don't really want to do that. But it is real creepy down here, and that's exactly what I wanted to go for, so I'm very happy with how this turned out. Do let me know what you guys think about this, and would you ever come and eat at this diner? But thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, please do consider liking and subscribing to my channel, and I will definitely see you all in another video. Happy spooky season!